Don't be one of those guys who goes in, maxes out every machine, maxes out every exercise. Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Giorgio Valentino. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 things to avoid when you're trying to build muscle. As always guys, like, subscribe, and roast the fuck out of me in the comments. Let's get into it. The first thing I'd say to avoid is to stop holding back intensity in the gym. How many times have I seen people train like little bitches? They go in, they'll pump weights very lightly and go home. You're not going to grow, you're not going to build muscle. All you're going to do is kill 2 hours of your precious time, and that is all. Guys, it's very simple. Go to the gym, work hard. If you're not struggling, you're not training, you're not going to grow. Simple as that. I want to see your face going red, your eyes popping out of your head, veins coming through that you've never seen before.
I'm gonna go work out. Again? It's like the 8th time today. I'm not satisfied until every vein is forced up against my skin. Look how vascular I am, Brian. If there's one thing women love, it's a vascular man. I've got veins. They carry blood all over my body.
That's what intense training consists of. Now, if that's not happening, you're not training hard enough and you most likely will not grow. It's simple as that. So stop being a little bitch, call up your mate, tell him we're going to train hard today, rock up to the gym and fucking smash out a session. Simple as that. Like I can't go on any more about it. Another thing to avoid is combining intense cardio sessions with weight sessions. Now I say this all too often, especially with a new gym goer. He comes in the gym thinking, you see the whole line of treadmills and he thinks, I'm gonna do 45 minutes of intense cardio and then some weights. Listen, you're not gonna grow. You're probably not eating enough throughout the day to even justify burning that amount of calories, let alone taking away from your weight session by doing all that cardio. Yes, I do believe having good health, cardiovascular health, and keeping a good balance. However, if you are doing intense cardio and intense weight training, you most likely will not be putting on much muscle. Even some of the most elite guys limit their cardio due to this reason. So I'd suggest if you're starting out, hit the gym, hit the weights hard, and get your meals in. Simple as that. If you want to do a bit of cardio, keep it brief, keep it short, just get the heart rate up, and that's about it. If you are overweight, do more cardio, I agree. But if you're just at a moderate body fat percentage and want to put on muscle, limit the cardio. You'll see how much more muscle you'll be able to pack on. Another rookie error, which is a very common one in most ordinary people, is fasting or skipping meals. Most people that work tend to skip a lot of meals. And some people, they don't even skip meals accidentally. What they do is they say these fasting diets and they start skipping meals for a particular reason, which in my opinion is bullshit. If you're skipping meals, you are getting to a point where you become catabolic. Now, catabolic means your muscle will be breaking down and not repairing and building, which is what our goal is here. So if you're catabolic, you're a beta, simple as that. If you're a beta, you're not gonna grow. So it's simple maths. So please guys, eat meals at a consistent time every few hours. Look, it's not strict. You don't have to eat meals every 2 to 3 hours. However, get your meals in. Don't skip them for any reason at all. If you're not eating, you're not growing. Another error which I often see is not getting enough protein. You'll see guys eating all this food to grow. You're gonna go to your kebab shop, buy chips or fries or whatever you want to call them. They're buying, all these junk. And all it is carbohydrates and sugars. Now, where's the protein? If you're gonna go smash out that intense session that we just spoke about, and let's say your chest is all torn, all right? You've smashed your chest, it's demolished. Even your delts, you can't even raise your arms. And then you've only had, let's say, 80 grams of protein for the day. My little sister eats more protein than that. And let me tell you, she doesn't eat much. My grandmother eats more protein than that. But she's a big girl, my grandma. She's a monster. But regardless, guys, please get your protein in. Think of it like this. Your protein are the builders that are going to go build the muscle. Okay, so let's say you knock down a house. All right? And you hire a construction company to come rebuild this house. They're the protein, all right? They're made up of amino acids and they're the builders that are going to go and rebuild bit by bit. Now, without enough protein, you are essentially leaving the house smashed, unbuilt on the ground, and you might have 2 workers chipping away at it, but those 2 workers can't keep up with the workload, and guess what? The house isn't going anywhere. So get some protein, simple as that, guys. Another critical error and thing to avoid in regards to building muscle is neglecting sleep. Now, this is one I have been very, very guilty of over the years, and it's understandable. It can happen to anyone, right? So with sleep, get your hours in. Think of it like this: sleep is your superpower. It's your recovery stage. So you could have a massive week of training, and if you're not sleeping, you're just not recovering. So you're gonna go back in the gym still real torn and still very depleted and not recovered. So you're gonna just be burning the muscle, tearing it down further before you even recovered from the last session. And you're going to get to a point where your body's just playing catch up and you're not growing. So guys, get your sleep in. If need be, have a sleeping aid. Because I know it's easier said than done just to sleep. Get yourself some melatonin. That one's more of a natural supplement, which I tend to use almost every night. Yes, I do admit that. If you're against supplementation, then just maybe this isn't the channel for you. But it's great. It works. I only have like 1 milligram, so a lot of the bottles that you buy suggest 3 milligrams. For me, 1 is plenty. Sometimes even less. If it is legal, have some cannabis. That can really help with sleep. It can relax you. CBD oil is on the rise. I've tried that, but not for sleep. So give it a go. Just take care of your sleep, guys. Just as important as your meals and your training. Another misconception that I really cannot stand is skipping breakfast and skipping a meal before bed. Now, skipping breakfast, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. If you skip breakfast, you skip the whole meal and you just lost 3 to 4 hours of your day where you can fit that meal in. So good luck trying to squeeze in another meal at the end of the day when you're so full because you skipped breakfast. Get it in early, knock it out of the way, and then you can just eat another 3 meals easily throughout the day and you've hit 4 meals. All right? Time is just as critical as eating, guys. Remember, avoid the catabolic state. That's what we're trying to achieve here. Avoid the catabolic state and be anabolic. When you're anabolic, you're an alpha. When you're an alpha, you build muscle. Simple maths. Come on, guys. Another thing to avoid if you're building muscle is dropping weight too fast. I often see people going on these crazy cuts thinking, I'm going to drop all this fat and retain all my muscle. No, you're not. You're not. Who are you, bro? You're not going to do that. You're going to drop 10 kilos in a month, but of those 10 kilos, you might have lost 3 to 4 kilos of muscle. So is it really worth it? I think, guys, a slow, gradual cut is much more beneficial to you because you will be retaining as much muscle as possible. On the contrary to that, another common mistake I see is people bulking up way too fast. They're dirty eating, going to Macca's, KFC, Hungry Jack's, your local kebab shop, pizzas, chocolates, sweets, you name it. They bulk up, and they've put on 10 kilos in a month. Now, do you really think that those 10 kilos are all muscle? No. I can guarantee you that you have put on 1 kilo of muscle and 9 kilos of fat. The only reason I gave you that 1 kilo of muscle is because that extra weight that you were holding allowed you to push more in the gym and you thought you were a beast and that you've packed on 10 kilos of muscle, when really it's just all KFC. On the arms, on the shoulders, on the stomach. I got a bit of my stomach too, but it's not all KFC, only 5%. These people have 95% KFC.
But now I'm at a size to where I need him to help me do things that just no parent wants to be doing when you're in your 30s or whatever.
So reason for this is that all you have gained is fat and a whole load of water retention due to the increase in carbohydrates in your body. Now you might think, yeah, I'm much bigger, but it's not pure muscle at all. And when you cut down from this really anabolic state that you think you have, you're going to realize that you are probably the same size, if not smaller than you were before, because you had to go on such a vicious cut, as we just said, is not the way to go. Another common mistake I see is people lifting with their ego. They'll go in the gym, load up the weight. Listen to this. The amount of people that I see who lift, let's say 50% more than I do, but they're half my size, is ridiculous. And they'll look around left and look right and be like, did you just see that? And I'm like, yeah, I did, but you're tiny, all right? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck how much you can lift? What are you gonna prove, bro? Put it on your resume. Like, unless you're strength training and competing for that, who gives a fuck? If you're bodybuilding and you just want to pack on the size, bro, lift with form. Alright, my form's not amazing, but it's decent and it gives me results. Don't be one of those guys who goes in, maxes out every machine, maxes out every exercise, lifting with their ego. And you know what? Those people don't grow because they don't even know what muscle they're training. They'll be bicep curling, training fucking every other muscle but their bicep. Don't ask me how that's possible. They make it possible. That's how big their ego is. It's fucked. Like, if you're a massive bodybuilder on Trenbolone and you're lifting with your ego and your form's good, congratulations. But if you're just, a rookie or a beginner, or even someone who's been training for 5 years but not getting results, obviously, don't lift with your ego. It's not getting you anywhere, bro. Come on, talk to me, lad. And the last thing to avoid if you want to put on the maximum amount of muscle is distractions. Now, distractions come in all different shapes and sizes. To the typical gym bro who's full of testosterone, girls are a massive distraction. Cut them out, dudes. You don't need girls every night of the week. Maybe just on a Friday night, go kick back with a girl. But other than that, bro, don't take away from your training. What are they going to provide for you? Fuck all. Literally nothing. We live in a world where equality is very important. So listen, we'll just leave it at this. Live in a fucking box. Do you know where I got that from? The one and only Jay Cutler. And you know what? I fucking carry that with me everywhere I go. But do I apply it 24/7, 7 days a week? No, I don't, because I have a life. However, when I want to zone in, I live in a fucking box. Whether that's my gym goals or any other goals, live in a fucking box. Take what you will from this video. I hope you have picked up a few things in this video that you might be guilty of, and I expect you to cut them out after today. If you enjoyed it, guys, drop a comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.